Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're breaking down everything you need to know about how the US stock market performed on December 9, 2024, and what to expect for tomorrow's trading session, December 10th. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just keeping tabs on market trends, this is your go-to source for clear and actionable insights. Let's dive right in. First up, let's talk about how the major indices fared today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed out the day with a modest gain of 0.3%, driven largely by a strong performance from industrials and healthcare. Over on the tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite, we saw a bit of a pullback, dropping 0.5% as several high-growth tech names took a hit after disappointing guidance updates. Lastly, the S&P 500 ended virtually flat, down just 0.1%, as energy stocks rallied while consumer discretionary sectors lagged behind. Now, if we zoom out, today's session was a bit of a tug-of-war. Early optimism faded after mid-morning, with investors weighing a mix of strong November jobs data against ongoing concerns over next week's Federal Reserve meeting. It's that classic dance between good economic news sparking inflation fears. On a sector level, energy stocks stole the spotlight today. Crude oil prices surged past $85 a barrel, giving companies like ExxonMobil and Chevron a nice boost. Meanwhile, healthcare was another standout performer, with companies like UnitedHealth Group gaining ground thanks to strong Medicare enrollment numbers. On the flip side, consumer discretionary stocks struggled. E-commerce giants like Amazon and Etsy dipped after analysts expressed concerns about softening holiday sales. It seems like the retail environment is feeling the pinch of high borrowing costs. Let's take a look at a few individual stocks that made headlines today. Apple shares slipped 1.2% after reports of supply chain disruptions affecting their latest iPhone models. Tesla dropped 2.5% as concerns over weaker delivery numbers in Europe spooked investors. On the positive side, Pfizer jumped 3.7%, fueled by strong demand for its next-gen RSV vaccine. So, what's driving these market moves? A big factor today was the release of November's employment numbers. The US added 210,000 jobs last month, beating expectations. While that's a sign of a resilient economy, it also puts pressure on the Fed to potentially keep interest rates elevated for longer. We're also seeing a lot of attention on global factors. China reported weaker-than-expected trade numbers, which weighed on international markets and spilled over into sectors here in the US that are exposed to Chinese demand, like semiconductors and industrials. Now, let's talk about what to watch for tomorrow, December 10, 2024. Several key events could shape the day's trading session. Inflation data, the Consumer Price Index, CPI, report is scheduled for release before the market opens. Wall Street will be watching this closely for any signs of cooling inflation. Earnings reports, companies like Oracle and Lululemon are set to release their quarterly results after the bell. Keep an eye on how these stocks move during the day, especially in anticipation of after-hours surprises. Federal Reserve speculation, with the Fed meeting just a week away, expect more chatter about potential rate hikes. Any hawkish comments from policymakers could send jitters through the market. For those of you who trade or actively manage your portfolios, here are some key levels to keep on your radar. For the S&P 500, the 4,500 level remains a critical support zone. If we break below that, it could signal more downside ahead. On the NASDAQ, watch for resistance at 14,200. A move above that could reignite the tech rally we saw earlier this quarter. And on the Dow, the 36,000 mark continues to act as a ceiling. A break above could pave the way for further gains. That's all for today's market recap and tomorrow's forecast. Make sure to hit that like button if you found this breakdown helpful, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily market updates. Let me know in the comments what stocks or sectors you're watching tomorrow. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.